I'm going to be recording, just to let you know. No big deal. It's very casual. I'm going to be recording. Yay, here we go. And let me just get a little organized here, people. Okay, how you doing? My name is Claude Diamond. I am the author, creator, whatever you want to call me, of the gut sales method. Basically, the gut sales method rules and everything. And I want to share with you, you're going to love today. I am going to share with you a recording I did with one of my star students. We had a ball today, and I asked his permission if I could record this and share it with you guys because there's so many takeaways. Have you ever had the problem where you're on this honeymoon with a prospect and you're scared to rock the boat and close them, or everything's going great, but you don't want to seem too pushy? Or you're a little bit too introverted. Well, you got to ask yourself one question. Why are you in business? You're in business, and I'm not that touchy-feely guy, okay? Get off. Look, you can go away right now if you're one of these people say, we got to build relationships and we got to have this little lottie. No, I'm not the guy who picks up the guitar and starts singing Kumbaya. Okay. That ain't your Uncle Claude here. I teach people how to give good, and this is a given. I know you people, I say this all the time in all my videos. I know you work hard. I know you have good products, give excellent service and customer service. And, and you deserve to go to the bank. You deserve to make a lot of money. Okay, and if nobody else will say it, I'll say it. If you want relationships, join a social club or something. If you want to make the world a better place, join the Peace Corps, okay, or something like that. If you want to make money, giving people great service and great products, you got to use guts. I got a video here. We're going to go to it, and I'm going to show you how to close somebody when you're having the good conversation and to go for it. Because I always say, nobody deserves success more than you good people. I say it all the time. And you deserve, why are you in business? To go to the bank today. Can I keep repeating that? Watch this video. It'll be self-explanatory. I'm going to play it a lot of it. It's about 18, 19 minutes, but it's so full of great sales advice and techniques and the right words to say. If you know anything about Claude Diamond, I think scripts suck. I think if you're dependent, you're going to all these gurus and reading all these books, all about these little scripts and everything, you're wasting a tremendous amount of time. If you can't think, be spontaneous and think on your feet and not understand, have a system, a simple system, ABC, agenda, qualification, close, and learn how to ask questions and engage the art and science of conversation with your prospects. If you can't do that, then become a toll collector or a septic tank cleaner or walk 15 chihuahuas for other people. Do people do that? I wonder. Anyway, let's go to let's says my I don't know if he's around still. Werner Wolf said, let's go to the videotape here. Got a great one here. I know you'll love this, guys. This is why I'm doing this totally spontaneous here. And we're going to go to this video and thank a shout out to my good friend Travis Goodwin. He's just a super great. He's a great student, and he's so generous to let me use this video. Here we go. And we're at the onset of learning how to close. Okay, closing is the key. Getting commitments is the key. Getting a contract today, an appointment today, getting paid today, God forbid, right? That's why you're in business. Don't ever forget it. I told you this is not your touchy-feely sales, okay? If you're looking for touchy-feely, let's have relationships. Let's think about it. I want to be, we'll do business someday. I'm not your boy. I work with people who do business honestly and give unbelievable value. Here's the video. And West by God, Virginia. And do they still say that, by the way?
Yes, yeah, all day
Okay.
long.
I got to get a t-shirt like that. I'm really interested. I know we're going to probably move forward very quick. I definitely want to talk to my partners about it and get this thing going. So we will talk. You have my numbers and contact information. I'm sure we'll talk very soon.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's a good piece of land. I appreciate your interest. So, when can I expect to hear back from you, or when are we
That was
talking?
good. Good. Or you would say very soon means.
That very soon
Turn
means
other people's statements into questions. Hey, Claude, that's great. I'm stroke and nurture first, and then say, hey, when you say very soon, what does that mean?
yeah,
Get specifics. Don't get honeymoon. They
yeah,
call it pie in the sky.
okay,
Okay, get specifics, get commitments, consummate the deal.
yeah,
we're gonna talk real soon, man. I just want to jump in here. I'm going to be doing a lot of jumping in. When you're talking with somebody and they say these trite things, hey, this sounds really good. I'm sure we'll be talking soon. I'll get back to you sometime next week on the money, on the contract, on the next appointment. That is the death of your deal because they're going to forget you, or they're going to be distracted, or they're going to go to your competition. You've got one moment in sales, and I talk a little bit about this. Okay, I talk about dating a little bit, the magic moment, okay, without being graphic. You got that one moment to close, to get specifics. Go for it. What's the worst that could happen? Go for it. Being assertive, being aggressive in sales, when you know you can help another person, there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe it's not in your DNA. Maybe you're a recovering introvert like I am, okay? Trouble is when you're an introvert and you finally get somebody on the phone and you have a good conversation, you get that devil and angel on your shoulder and you don't want to push it. Your Uncle Claude right now is saying push it. Go for it. I'd rather get a no today than a reluctant maybe we can do business some other day. And then you just do those phone calls, voicemails, you're chasing the person, and then they eventually say no anyway. You've got this magic emotional moment. Go for it. Back to the video. I'm hot for this deal. You're a great guy. I don't have any problem with the money or the price or anything. Let's make sure we touch base with each other real soon, man.
yeah. I appreciate that. I hope to talk to you soon. How soon are we talking? When do you want to talk
Oh,
again?
I'm sure in a week or two. Absolutely. I want to move on this thing.
Oh, a week? Yeah. Well, I do have other people interested. I have to be upfront with you. So, if you get back to me in a week, it may not be available.
Yeah.
I just wanted to let you know.
Okay. Off the role play. That was a B plus. That was good.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Why not close me right now? He's given you 3 to 6 needs and greets, right? Like the
Yeah.
property, we're going to develop it. You're a great guy. We have the money. We need the price and everything. But you don't have a contract. You have no skin in the game. You got no date and you got no money in the Travis Goodwin National Bank today on a nice
Yeah.
Thursday afternoon.
Okay.
Why are you in business?
To make money today, I need that deposit.
Okay, don't stop being. You're a night. Here's your problem. Don't take it personal. I love this
Yep.
part. It's the worst thing I could say to you. You know what I'm going to say.
I'm a nice guy.
You're a nice guy.
Yeah.
You're a nice. You hold doors open for old ladies. You help blind people across the street. You buy Girl Scout cookies you buy lemonade from the little kids stand on a hot July, right?
Poor Travis.
Did I say anything wrong?
No.
Okay. What happens to nice guys in business who
We
don't
finish
get
last. We don't get paid and we struggle and we starve.
when do you kiss the girl?
When the magic moment when it's time to kiss her,
What do we have right now in terms of business? What do we
We
have
have that magic
right
moment.
now?
Yeah, we have that magic moment. We have that rapport, that bond right then.
Close me.
Okay.
Yeah, this is great. Can't wait. I'm going to talk. I just want to talk to you a little bit about this technique that I'm using here. My students, I'm so proud of my students. I kind of work a small business. I'm not what you call I'm not like a Grant Cardone or Anthony Robinson, where I have 10 gazillion people. I work with a few, I have a lot of clients right now, but I only work one-on-one. My teaching technique it is Socratic, it is conversational. I try to make it lighthearted and a lot of fun. And I always record this for my students, and they build up their own library. But my key technique that works so well for my students is what we're doing right now, the role play. And this is what nothing against my competition. There are good people out there with great ideas, and everything. See how I qualified this? But they don't role play. I'll do live calls. I'll do real situations with them. Give me the objections you're hearing. Give me the stuff that you're dealing with on a day-to-day basis. I've dealt with it. You dealt with it. And let's fix it right now. Let's understand how to fix it. Okay. And the only way you get good, you can read all the books, you can read my books. I've written 9 books on sales and things like that. They're all, they're on Amazon, or you can call me up or go to my webpage. That's fine. But the thing about books is, and you get great information from book, and you do need knowledge. But how do you get internalize it? How do you get so good and so spontaneous? So even if you're that introvert, and you're a little shy and reluctant. Believe it or not, I'm a recovering introvert. Nobody believes me. You can ask my wife. Okay. I used to be and you know what? It's hard to make money when you don't get people interested, when you're not entertaining, when you're not outgoing. There's a lot of theater in good sales. Okay, it can be fun. And the way you get there, the way an introvert becomes a superstar, a seven-figure salesperson, is practice. But while you practice, you have to understand the logic behind the questions, the moves you make. When I teach gut sales, great untraditional techniques of sales, what I do is I incorporate theater. I call it being a thespian, an actor, and also being a psychologist, a hypnotherapist. We put the science together with the art and we practice, and you get so good so fast. I know of no other teaching method. I think I'm the only one who does this, by the way. Everybody's, saying, "Oh, let's get into," and I do group training too and everything. But I think where the real magic happens for my students is when we do this one-on-one role-playing practice. I'll shut up now. Let's go back to this video, this role play. My partner's about it. We're doing this deal, man. Uh, you know, um, I've been looking. The price is right. We got the money. I love the location. I know the area. I'm so glad I hooked up with you, man. We're gonna do this deal very shortly.
Hey, Claude, I appreciate all of that. We've had such a good conversation. We share the same interest in this piece of property. It's a beautiful piece of land. It would fit you very well. I've made a decision, Claude. I want to work with you.
Me
Uh,
too. Oh yeah, it's we're brothers from different mothers, man.
well, what's stopping us from moving forward today? Like,
Well,
what's
I
the
got to
thought?
talk to my partners, and I just want to check if, yeah, I'm ready. I mean, I want to do this. I just don't want to, I don't want to move too fast because I want to talk to my partner because it's his money and his credit also and everything. But I'm sure we'll talk next week, Monday, Tuesday, or something like that.
I respect you wanting to talk to your partner. I have business partners too. I respect that a lot, but we've kind of made a decision together. You like the property.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You can just take it off the market. We're going to do this deal. There's no doubt in my mind.
Oh, I appreciate that, but I do have other people that still want to see it.
Okay,
Um,
preface this with you're doing great,
okay.
but I want to make sure you get this into your
Yep.
head. But we have a small problem, which I
Yeah, the
think
small problem.
we have a small problem. Then take a breath.
Okay.
It's called the pregnant pause.
Okay.
We have a problem. Let me think about this. Oh, I'm trying to think how we can fix this before I even say. Now, what's going to happen when I do that? We have a problem and that long breathing hard, that pregnant pause. What's going on in his head? Oh
He's like,
shit.
oh shit. Yeah.
Okay. Are you manipulating me positively? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Are you creating a sense of urgency? Because what's your real goal? What is it you really want to do right now?
I want to get that agreement today
What else?
and get a down payment, a deposit,
Yeah,
earnest money.
cash. Why
Yep.
are you in business?
Yep. Get paid
Hmm.
today
Oh, I'm in business because I want to help people. Oh, I just want relationships and do you hear this shit from people?
all the time.
I'm sorry, I sound like a nasty shit, don't I, Claude? Yeah, I sound like my wife's agree. I, here's the thing that nice guy, brofest, and all that. Oh, I just want to help people, and everything like that, and all the forces and the karma of the universe will work for me. Bullshit. And this is very subjective. I apologize if you have sensitive ears right now. The thing about I just feel so I get emotional about this stuff because I know how hard people work. I know how much money they spend, how many gurus and things they go to, and the one thing they don't teach them is self-esteem, confidence, and they don't give them the tools and they don't practice with them the tools. And the one thing I want to see, I only have one goal when I take on a student. I want to see in 30 days they're making money because they're acting and doing things differently. What's the definition of insanity? We all talk about it all the time. Doing the same thing over and over and over again and not making any money. That's the greatest sin of all. Okay, you need to go to the bank. You deserve to go to the bank, but people want leadership. Okay, they want leadership. They want you. They want someone to say, "I've made a decision. I know how we can fix this. This is what you have to do. Hire me or fire me. Let's make a decision right now." This sounds a little forceful, and I know some of you saying, "I won't do that. I don't want to be that kind of salesperson." I'm telling you, it's called guts for a reason. When you have someone with a pain, a problem, or an issue, and you know your product or service, what is wrong with being assertive? What is wrong with making an offer at that very point? I think nothing. I think you're looking, if you, nice people, it's great to be nice. I'm nice, you're nice, but don't let that interfere with doing good business today. Sorry, I'll get off my soapbox. Let's go back to the video. One chance to kiss that girl. You're gonna man up and do it,
Yeah.
or you're gonna get a box of tissues and go boo fucking who. Sorry about the
Nah,
language.
I don't want no tissues.
Okay, here I got a box right here, man. My boohoo tissue box. Here you go, right here. Close me. Close me. We have a problem.
Look,
Take that pause.
Claude, I think we have a problem. I I don't know. I I think we can create a solution for this. I just need a second to think. Um,
You got me worried, man. I want to do this. Listen, whatever the problem is, I'm sure we can work out. What are you worried about, man?
we've talked about, we've made a decision, we want to work, but it just, you have all these, you want to wait, and it sounds like we just might not be a good fit right now.
No, I don't know. How'd you get that idea, man? I want to do this. Absolutely.
I want to do this too. I really enjoyed this conversation. I think we do, you're exactly who I want to do business with. Um, but I need to move forward with something now. Would you be able to maybe,
Could you do me a favor? Could you
could you do
help?
me a smaver? A smaver. Could you do me a favor?
Smaver is good too. And tell them
Uh,
why. Show them the logic. Here's my problem. I've got three other people that keep calling me. I got an appointment with a guy later today. Be a little creative.
yeah,
Okay? It's a little bit of creativity. Okay? You don't want him to feel like you're being pressuring him. You want him to feel like, wow, I could lose this deal.
yeah,
Somebody else. What happens when you tell somebody, "Hey, I'm thinking about doing a deal today, but I don't know if your property, I'm looking at two other properties." "Oh no, you'll love my property." What
yeah,
happens when you tell somebody about competition, or you're not sure which way to go yet, or you have other people interested in the same deal? The scarcity. It's scarcity,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, definitely.
You go to the store, Coca-Cola's 50% off, and you have a coupon and you love Coca-Cola and they're sold out. What's your reaction? And you drove 10 miles to get this case of Coca-Cola and
I'm let down. I'm sad. I feel bad.
you're pissed.
Yeah,
"Hey, you guys, you made me drive all the way over here and you don't have, oh, I'm so
yeah,
sorry, sir. I apologize." Well, tell you what, get Pepsi or Royal Crown or Dr. Pip or whatever. Get whatever you want. We'll cover you. I understand. Right?
yeah.
You see, we have the control, we have the power, but we don't use it, do we?
Most never do.
You got this one little moment in the universe where Travis Goodwin is the king of Listen to this. Okay, this is really good stuff here. I was just the flow of thought about $1 million selling is really coming through here right now. And once again, shout out to my friend Travis Goodwin. He does West Virginia real estate. The guy is just great. If you want to do deals, give him a call. I'm sure he's easy to Google. And I just want to thank him for letting me use this video because it so demonstrates the art and science of persuasion and influence. This is gut selling. It's called, as behind me is Gut 6.0, which is the most advanced stage of the gut selling method. Okay, this is utilizing art and science together with one-on-one practice so that you close people quickly. Okay, not this back and forth and leaving voicemails and I'll think about it and call me in 2 weeks or send me all this information and I'll never get back to you. That's what they're really saying, right? You're in business to provide your. See, most people think that you're just going to put out your shingle and you're just going to talk to people. You're going to spend. Most people spend a lot of money on education. Okay, nothing wrong with that. Then they spend even more. Then they spend money on gurus and seminars and educational products. Nothing wrong with that. I sell them too. And then they spend a fortune on marketing for leads. And even if they're good leads, most of them aren't because they wrong mentality about leads and marketing. It's another video, another time. Or just look up some of my marketing, guts marketing. We believe in attraction. And then the third one, the most important one, how to close, how to go to the bank, how to have good. Imagine for a moment, every day you talk to people and you have these wonderful conversations. You just have these, even if you don't make the sale, you're having good conversations with people. Okay. You're helping them. You're offering suggestions. Yes, it's a little self-serving. You want to offer your time, your knowledge, your energy, your abilities to help them solve their problems. Okay, you want to be the doctor in whatever business you're in, and you've got to have the self-esteem and confidence to do that. Gut sales method is designed to give that to you. Okay, when I work with somebody, my expectation is that they have a sale. They have something fundamentally positive happening. That means go to the bank, get a contract, get a commitment, something in the first 30 days. If they use my system, if they focus, if they keep their appointments and practice with me, I can guarantee that something wonderful in their business will happen in the first 30 days or less. I can guarantee it. I'll put it in writing. I'll do it for you if you want. Okay. And the key is to not to waste your time, knowledge, and energy. It's when you're speaking to people, learn that art and science of conversation. Go back to the video now. City. Okay.
Yeah,
You are the man. You are the guy. Okay. Are you going to end it la-di-da, feel good, kumbaya, and sing kumbaya, and get out a tambourine or you going to cash in on that power, that
did.
moment, that moment.
I want to cash in, my man.
Close me. I have a problem.
I have a problem. Um, gosh, oh man, I have a problem. And gosh, I just need some time to think for a second. I mean,
No, whatever you need, man. What's the problem, man? I'll be honest with you. I'm hot for this deal. I'm ready. I'm ready to do this thing. Whatever you need,
yeah,
you know.
Claude, me too, man. Like I enjoyed this conversation. You're a nice guy. Definitely somebody I'd like to do business with, but
Oh yeah, feeling is mutual, man. I've talked to so many clowns, and you've been straight with me. I love the property, the location. You didn't hesitate to answer anything with me. What do you need from me, man? What's the problem?
well, here's the problem,
I want
man.
this deal.
I don't know. Hold on seconds. See, I got people messaging me about
Wouldn't you love a prospect like this? Okay. Wouldn't you want? And how many of you have had prospects? You know they want it. They just need a little push or a little guidance. And you had the devil and angel on your shoulder. Don't be too. I'm the devil imagine me on your shoulder with a red. I'm in a red suit with a pitchfork. Okay. And I'm saying, go for it. Close them, close them. The angel's saying, don't be too pushy. Okay. Well, I'm going to push the Claude angel off your shoulder and just go for it.
this property. I have three or four people. I have a guy that I'm supposed to meet later, and I
Is it
thought you
the
and I were
is it
going
the
to.
price? I mean, I thought we had hammered out the price.
I I think I need a small favor, Claude.
Oh,
Can I
sure.
ask you for a favor?
Yeah, yeah. You just off the role play, asking permission before you do something. If you ever notice in these role plays, I always get permission. Guy
Yes.
can't argue with you or get mad at you if you ask permission, right?
Right.
You just asked permission. Okay. You're in the best pot. And I'll, yeah, yeah, whatever you want. You're in the best controlling place for positive manipulation that you will ever be in business. Close me.
Yeah, so can I ask you a small favor?
Yeah, anything. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And no pressure at all if this doesn't work out, It's okay to tell me
You
no.
got me worried now, man. I thought we had the price and everything. I thought we had
It's
it all
okay.
settled.
Yeah, don't be worried, we really got to get this figured out. And I got these other guys. I don't want to meet them. I want to do business
Let's
with
just, what do you need from me, man? I want to do this.
I,
Okay, I'll text my partner and I'll just tell him we're doing this, and that's, tell me what you need from me, a contract or what?
yeah, I would love to, get a contract and a small just deposit from you. Would that be okay?
Yeah,
Would,
yeah. What do you need? What do you need? Five, 10,000?
well, I don't want to beat you up, What can you do for me?
I can do 10,000. Easy.
That's perfect. Today?
Yeah, yeah. Give me an attorney or a trust company or an escrow or title, and I'll wire it to them. Can you send me some contract, or should I call my attorney and draft something?
Yeah, I can send you an agreement. You can have your attorney look it over. I can get it to you within an hour. Would
Yeah,
that be
yeah.
good?
Get it to me. I'll just double check with the attorney, and then I'll have him wire the money. If I can't do it, the money today, is it okay if I do it tomorrow morning? Because it's what time is it over there? 3:35?
Yeah, 3:35.
Okay, you got to be a little bit of reason, and then you got to fix it.
Yeah.
If I call my attorney, I can't always get him on the phone. I just want him to go over it. This is important here. Okay, 'cause everybody's being reasonable. The prospect is hot to do the deal and everything. Here's the problem, though. You got to get the commitment. You got to get a contract. You got to get some skin in the game, some money or commitment. Okay, that's what you're looking for on high ticket sales or real estate or whatever product or service that you do. You want to get that firm commitment today, but you also want to get more than a commitment. Okay, you want to get consideration. You want to get something from that prospect. Normally, besides a contract or a written agreement or a memo or something, and you want to get that today, you want to get paid today. You want to, even if it's just a token down payment, because you have to have foresight in business. What can happen when they get off the phone? Okay, and if you have nothing, maybe they'll change their mind. Maybe they'll see somebody better, bigger, cheaper than you. Maybe something will happen. Isn't it amazing when just before you do a deal, oh, they got a flat tire. Oh, I got to travel. Oh, my wife's having a baby or something. All of a sudden, all these things happen, right? If it happens to me, it'll happen to you, right? But the thing is, can you get that commitment now and a little skin in the game? Back to the video. No problem. And I have no problem putting some. I can. How about if I just give you a credit card right now for $1,000? That's how much I feel. That's how good I feel about this.
You you know, um, I would like to have the whole thing, but that's fine. We
I'll
can
give you
do
a thousand now. I'm just worried. I don't want to make you a promise that I can't keep. It's not the money. It's just it's so late in the day. I'll give you 1,000 now. Can you run a MasterCard or something? A Chuck E. Cheese MasterCard?
Yeah, yeah, you know what, we can
Uh,
do that. But I do before we get going any further, Claude, I just have to ask, before we, do this paperwork, you send me over your credit card information. You're not gonna call me back, tomorrow with change of plans like your
no,
partner
no,
don't want you to do this,
I
are
don't
you?
do business like that.
I
No,
didn't think so. You
no.
didn't you didn't strike me as that type of person, Claude.
Okay. See how, and just for the recording, you just did a brilliant friggin' move. Nice going. I'm not blowing smoke here. You did the famous, what close do we call it?
Cigarette close.
Yep.
Yep.
Whatever you want to smoke. I don't care. But that's the cigarette club. Okay. Two people in the 30s in movies in separate beds and you see them smoking.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what happened.
Yeah.
That's the move. So you just got 1,000 now. You know it's late in the day. You got to be a little reasonable sometimes. You're not going to get the $10,000 at 3:30 wired because
Yeah.
the banks close at 4 or 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got to be a little reasonable. But and then you can you say you did the cigarette close and you say, you know what, we'll do at least the contracts today. on there. I'll just draft a real simple agreement with the price and the description of the property, real simple. You can use your attorney or not, but I want it back today. You're going to give me a credit card now. I'll put it in the agreement for the 1,000, non-refundable, and we'll do the balance of 9,000. You'll wire it to Wells Fargo tomorrow to my account.
That sounds like a plan.
I love doing business with you, man. You're so reasonable. Thank you. And it's what we're doing here. We interchange the roles here. I know it might be a little confusing, but this is the technique I use. I'll be the prospect. Sometimes I'll be the salesperson when I'm trying to make a little course correction in my student and try to demonstrate to them the words I use, the nuance, even the physicality. Okay. I'm a very demand. Look at me right now. I use my hands. I bounce up and down. I like direct eye contact with people. All these things put together are gut selling. They're so important. You are responsible for creating the right environment. And the way I teach students is, hey, give me your stalls. Give me the stuff give me the garbage you're hearing, the stalls, the objections, the think about it. Give me all that stuff, and I'll show you how you can fix it. And even if you can't fix it, there's a really hard and fast rule. It's in my one book here. I'm just going to grab it right now. If you ever, uh, and by the way, you can get this book for free. Just text me. I have a little note there on the bottom. I'll send it to you for free. You can buy it on Amazon or go to my webpage. But if money's tight, just don't worry. It's called. Try to show this. There's a little. It's called "The Salesperson Always Comes First." At the end of the day, if you're doing all this work, spending all this money, you're getting I'll think about it and everything. How do you feel? Honestly, you feel horrible. Okay, it gets depressing to get rejected all the time. I don't care what the gurus say, knock on 100 doors, and if 100 people say no, knock on another 100. That's such BS. That is such garbage. They're telling you to do things that nobody in their right mind's going to do because nobody can stand that much rejection. And that's my reality. I think it's yours too. It's okay to disagree with anything I say, but just making mindless presentations and door knocking and phone calls and then getting rejected or treated disrespectfully, you're going to look you're not going to do this. You're going to start procrastinating. Okay? Because it's too painful. And part of role playing like we're doing right now is to make it better. Let's go back to the video. It's off the market as of now. Good for you for then here's the pinnacle. You've got to nurture him a little bit more and make it sound like it's his idea.
Yeah.
If you ever listen to me in all even when it's my idea or suggestion or I have a problem, if you ever listen to me, even though I brought up the catalyst, I thank the other guy. Oh, you're great to do business with. I'm so glad you discussed this with me. You brought this up. Okay. You always say thank you. I teach people to say thank you. Oh,
Yeah.
why?
Not to skip your answer, but most people, just like how you teach, it's opposite of what most people teach, but nobody teaches that. Everybody teaches you not to say thank you.
Why? Really? I'm
Yep.
serious. I'm asking this question.
I have no
I've never
idea.
heard that.
So I
Now,
studied a lot
I
of the no
know.
limit sale
I,
system, like Todd
nah, yeah, I
Toback.
don't want you to talk.
I don't know if you know who that is,
Yeah.
but when I first started this years ago, that was one of the first sales systems I found. And it tells you not to be like extra nice and not to always thank you, which I understand you don't want to be too nice, but that's what I love about,
Why not be nice, but also while you're being
yeah,
nice and you're having that familiarity, you're having that camaraderie, that rapport, that charismatic selling. When, do you want people to get off the phone and say, he's a bastard, he pressured me and
right.
everything? Is
Yeah.
that what you want? That doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry.
Um,
That makes no sense to me at all. When you do a good deal with somebody or you suggest something, you make it seem like it's their idea.
yeah.
Oh, it's so, I'm so glad you brought that up. The MasterCard, 1,000 now, it's off the market. No one's ever suggested anything like that. But I could learn so much from you, Mr. Goodwin. Can I call you Travis? I feel like I know you so well.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Just call me
This is
Joe
first
Blow.
class New York
And
City
thank you
schmoozing,
so
by the
much. I
way.
learned so much from this conversation. And thank you for being such a stand-up, straight-up guy. I really appreciate that. You're a rare commodity, sir. I get a lot of people that get nasty on the phone. They never say thank you or anything. You're just a pleasure. Thank you.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Boom. Was that so hard?
No,
So you mean somebody
makes
else
them
that,
feel so good too, you know.
so you mean, I
Makes them
forgot
get-
the name, but that other guy you were talking about, he says not to say thank you.
Yeah,
The
yeah, he was.
logic escapes me. I don't
Yeah,
understand the logic there.
I don't know.
I'm a simple guy. You know, when I hear a psychobabbler, when I listen to other people, you know, I go on Alignable and stuff like that. And sometimes I get all these other consultants and they psychobabble to me or they technobabble.
Yeah,
And I'll just say, man, and they'll just go on and I'll say, man, I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm not a stupid kid. I'm a street smart New York City kid. I got a whole
yeah,
bunch of degrees and I still don't know what you're talking about. Could you explain it to me in one or two sentences and talk to me like I'm in third grade, please?
yeah,
You know, that's one of those things I don't. This is a good point I bring up here. Keep it simple. Tell stories. Be a storyteller, okay? And don't lecture. Okay. We have a rule called the 75-25 rule. We want to get the prospect emotionally involved in the conversation that relates to their needs, their issues, their problems. If we can get them talking more than us, but then we interject with, I understand, I know how you feel. Same thing happened to me. I have a student at that. Imagine for a moment we could fix this problem. How would you feel about, and we could take care of it so we could double your sales, double your leads in the next 30 days or less. How would you feel about that? And then you let them talk some more. See, the art of sales is to get the prospect to turn into the salesperson and make them feel good. So even if you don't make the sale and you get off the phone, it's okay. You've got the mojo, the momentum to make the next phone call and talk to the next person. And that's what I was talking about earlier. You can't let people just dump on you all day long and feel, oh, I feel wonderful. I can make another 100 phone calls. No, you can't, because I can't. I need that positive feedback and I need sales. Why? Because when I make a sale, I'm 2 feet above the ground. I always say sales is the second best feeling in the world. And I know that's why you're in business and you deserve to be compensated. The salesperson comes first in my system. And I know some people disagree. They get very upset when I say things like that. Oh, well. I want to deal with reality. I want a life of plenty, of prosperity. I want to take care of my family, my responsibilities. I want good credit. I want to be total zero debt, and I want to enjoy this little journey we call life. And the key to that is sales. Back to the video. Some things got to make sense to me.
yeah.
If they make sense, then don't we retain them?
Oh yeah,
Okay, we went a little long today. I apologize, but it was you got me emotionally involved in this role play.
yeah. This was a good one.
This was a real good one.
Yeah,
This was a real. Can I use this recording?
of course.
I'll let you use mine too,
Yeah.
on there. So summarize, 30 seconds. What did we learn today? What did we accomplish?
What I learned that I have to be a little bit, I mean, being nice is cool, but you know, I gotta push it more, you know. I gotta make sure that I make that commitment today and I don't, you know, there's a lot of times in my sales probably where I let somebody go when right then is that moment.
That's the
So
takeaway. That's it.
I need to monetize that more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because you're a nice guy does not mean this is your takeaway that I see. Just
Okay.
because you're a nice guy does not mean being assertive is not a bad thing,
Sure.
especially when you have the magic moment.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Okay.
You know, when you only have moments in life and you don't want to have regrets. You don't want to go back, well, maybe I should have got some money down. Maybe I should have got a contract. Maybe I should have asked for a better price or something like that.
Sure.
Is that the stuff you want to think about later when the deal is gone or the prospect can't reach him anymore? Or you want to do it at that magic moment?
Yep. The magic moment.
That's it. That's
Yep.
the difference between winners and losers. Okay. Wasn't that a great video? I told you. See, your Uncle Claude never kids. That was a great video. It really exemplifies the teaching technique of guts, learning the 3 steps, learning to ask questions, understanding the reverse psychology, the redirection of sales, and knowing that you only get you got to go for it sometimes. I know a lot of us are shy or reluctant or introverted. I know. I always joke I'm a recovering introvert. I used to be the shy guy. I really was. No one believes me. But the thing about it is, you got to be like a doctor. You got to ask questions. Gee, when did it hurt? When did it start hurting? Why are you here today? Okay. You want to use pattern interrupts and things like that we are all part of the gut sales method. And you want to learn how to converse with people. We have lost, I'm going to get off in a second, guys, don't worry. But I love talking about this. I think we have lost the $1 million skill. Okay. I think we're so dependent. I love technology. Believe me, I use AI. I use all this stuff. I text, I email, I do all the stuff that you guys do. I use ChatGPT for research and things. I use all these things. Okay. But where, and this is the takeaway for you before I go, where is it that you really make money? When you speak, everything you do, all the marketing, all the studying, all the things that we talk about, it comes down to, can you speak personally to that prospect or the decision maker? Can you speak to the person who can say yes, who can send you a contract, a check, give you a credit card? Now, can you speak to that person personally today? Can you ask the questions in that doctorly fashion? Let them talk more than you. Can you offer them, in one of my favorite key phrases, I'll give this to you for free, is, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Prospect, thank you for sharing that. We always stroke and nurture. And I've made a decision. You're showing your assertiveness, your leadership right there. I've made a decision. I want to help you fix it. Imagine for a moment I could help you fix this problem in the next 10 days, the next 30 days, the next 90 days. How would that make you feel? Would that lower your costs? Would that increase your sales? Would you make more money? Would that eliminate all the other problems you were talking about? Why? I'm going to make you an offer. Is that all right? Do I have your permission to make that offer? And asking permissions, they always say yes. They always say yes. And you say, I'd like to make you that offer. And then you fix the new problems, the pricing, the financing, or they don't have the money, they don't it's not an emotional enough need, and you're done. But at least you feel when you get off the phone, you say, at least I tried. I did my best. How important is that? Because nobody deserve success more than you good people. I know how hard you work. I've been talking to you guys for over 30 years now, okay? I know you're good people, you're hardworking. You want to put food on the table, you want to pay your bills, you want to help people, okay? Even I like to help people. Of course I do. But the thing is, if you're not compensated and you're getting rejected and dumped on all the time, it won't work. Nobody deserves success more than you. My name is Claude Diamond. I do answer my own phone, 619-206-5960, or go to my webpage. And I hate when people say, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I hate that crap. I won't say that. Okay. The thing is, if you like it, you're smart enough to make your own decisions and follow me anyway, or give me a call, or go to my webpage and schedule with me. But I hope talking about sales, the $1 million skill, helped you. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you.